Did he just say that people shouldn't learn how to code anymore? Amjad Masad, CEO of Replit, unicorn at the forefront, releasing the first coding AI agent, went on a podcast and said he doesn't think that people should learn to code. Before we start believing in sound bites, we got to kind of look at the full context. So I watched the interview, and the question was asked to him whether he thinks coding people should still learn how to code, and his response said he's seeing a bunch of things. I mean, he's not against coding. I mean, he was the first engineer at Code Academy, and Replit. Their mission was to democratize software by teaching coding, but there was this contrarian view to code or to program. Do you actually need to learn how to code? And they released the first coding AI agent, which will essentially code, not only code, but do the setup, create your development environment, deploy it, everything, just like one-stop shop. And that was one of the things that I had a struggle with. I remember ChatGPT creating code for me, but I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, okay, now how do I show it to people? How do I make it a website? And I didn't know how, and I just gave up. But Replit is solving that problem. And what he's seeing is they released a coding agent and it's getting better and better and better. And he's seeing how people are using it. Some companies, instead of buying software for $100, $1,000 a month or whatever, they're just building their own software because they prompt it and say, hey, can you build me a tool that's this way? And then they refine it. And remember, this is the worst that it will ever be. It will only get better. So as things get better and better, he's starting to see into the future. Where is this going? And where it's going is a world where coding will happen at the speed of thought. And so that was basically what he said. He said, I think that people should get really good at thinking. They should think about what do they want. Think about that, get clarity, and then communicate what they think. Interestingly enough, I came to a very similar conclusion about a month ago, where I was realizing as AI agents get better, those concept of agents, it's just going to start automating more and more. So it's coding, it's going to go to marketing, it's going to go into sales, it's going to go into basically every function of business. But there's one thing that it can't do, and that one thing is thought. It's thought. Because the AI agent, they can go off and do infinite amount of work, but if it suddenly does something that's illegal or something bad, then the government is not going to come after the AI agent. They're going to come after me. And if I have that bad experience, I'm going to be like, man, I'm never going to let that happen again. I always need to know what the AI agent is going to do. So now the extent that the AI agent can go is me, how much I can handle. And that's why I started working on an app that will help me think better and more clearly. Maybe I'll share that sometime in the future. See ya.